Okay, so I'm here at the Moon Lake Gathering, you know, which we had to move to Altamont, but I got Scott here, and I was noticing his vehicle, man. He's set up. This is one heck of a treasure hunting, outdoors, you know, UFO chasing, Bigfoot chasing vehicle, and so, and it turns out that you kind of built this and have a part in some of this stuff, and tell me about this, man. And I'm kind of interested in something like this. This is pretty cool. You told me that you travel all over the country in the backwoods exploring and using. So tell me about your ventures and tell me about this thing.
Yeah, well, I'm Scott Lewis. My wife Krista and me, we travel all over the place whenever we can get out, and we get to remote places in our truck that we built. We built this a couple years ago, and it's actually a Lexus GX, and most people don't think about off-roading in a Lexus, but it actually in the rest of the world is a Land Cruiser, and so they just rebadged it here in the US, and so a lot of people don't know how capable these trucks are, and so we use that as a starting point, and then I stripped it down and spent a winter building it myself in my garage, but we've done everything in it, from the suspension and the wheels and tires to rooftop tent to storage and water and fuel and all kinds of stuff. So we go off to remote places and try and get out and explore places most people never see.
And man, that's what I like about this thing. So yeah, you got this your little awning tent thing that you put up here for shade.
Yeah.
You got.
Yeah, so we've got this awning pulls out the side, and in about 30 seconds you can unwrap that, and it covers a full 270 degrees, and so that provides you a lot of shade and also space for cooking and just for living without setting up a full tent and everything. And so that's really nice, and that's the main area we live out of back here. So we've got this set up back here so that we can have a drop down shelf to be able to cook at, and then back in here we have our fridge, and this is our fridge.
Oh, that's a fridge?
This is our fridge and freezer here.
Oh my heck.
And so this has cold storage in here, and the main thing you have to worry about when you got a fridge is your battery's getting run down, but we run solar panels.
So this is battery. Okay.
This is battery powered, and then back behind there we've got a big water tank, so we got about 15-20 gallons of water that we always have with us, and then we have a water spigot right here that we can just pull water out of when we need it. And then of course we've got 12 volt and also 110 power in here, and then this is where we keep all of our storage and everything in here. So
this is a nice setup,
and so we keep all our recovery gear and our food and extra spare parts for the rig if we get broken somewhere, so we can fix it, and all of our tools and everything are all in here. And then so
what have I got on the other side?
Okay, let's walk over here. So we carry in addition to the fuel on the rig, we carry extra fuel on the back. So we carry some extra, and then recovery gear. So we've got all kinds of recovery straps and winches and recovery boards and such here. And the shovel, that's probably gets used the most, as a shovel.
So you get in some hardcore places.
We do. And then up on top here, this is our tent, our home away from home. And so you just flip those two latches, and then this flips open and folds out, and it's got a queen size bed up in there.
Really?
And so we keep all of our sleeping gear in there 365 days a year. So we can literally just go out and get in the truck and drive off. We've got all of our freeze-dried food and water and power.
You're set up to bug out.
Yeah, we're set up to bug out or just go explore without having to spend time packing. And so this has all of our sleeping bags and mattresses and pillows and everything up there, and then it's got power up there so that we can run lighting and recharge phones and stuff at night. Have set up with ham radio inside, and even have Apple CarPlay in there that we've got it set up on the screen in there. But so we have all of our GPS navigation. So we have 3 different GPS devices, so we can track and keep track of where we are and where we've been. And then I can open the hood for you. up on the hood, this is actually how we power a lot of this. This is a solar panel that I designed, and we're selling some now.
You designed this? And
I did. I designed this and we manufactured this, and we did our first run this year. That's my company, Trail Power. And so we just decided, I did this for myself and for friends, and then it's kind of taken off. But this allows us to kind of put a solar panel in a place that's always out in the sun. So even if you're just
pretty cool,
just parked right now, this is charging our batteries, and so it's keeping the fridge running, and also keeps all our gadgets, our iPads and phones and GPS devices and all that powered up, and so you don't run down your battery when you're sitting around like this.
The way you got this hooked right to your hood, it just stays there all the time.
Yep, it's there all the time. Nope.
And that looks doesn't even look bad at all. That looks cool, and I'd never know that was a solar panel, and that's awesome.
Well, let me flip the hood open for you, and I'll show you what's hiding underneath.
Finally figured out where it is.
So up front we have I think it's a 12,000 pound winch for recovery and such, and of course all of our lighting. But then under hood, it's built out so that we don't get stuck and get stranded somewhere. So we have dual battery set up, so I can flip this little device right there, and I can self jump start. So if you get a dead battery, you can just flip that, and then you can restart your vehicle or start somebody else. And then we have our solar chargers here that are pulling all the sun power in and charging the batteries. This is a dual compressor here, so that we can air down when we're off-road, and then re-inflate our tires, and also other people's tires.
My gosh.
We also use it to inflate. Some places we go exploring, we can't take our kayaks, and so we take inflatable paddle boards, which we have inside.
Yeah.
And then we just use that to inflate our paddle boards to go out on more high country lakes. So we'll go in, several miles where we can get on an off-road trail, and then we'll inflate our paddle boards and then go across the lake up there. So that's pretty cool. And then this is actually our water heater. So we can filter water, and then we can hook up. We have in the back, we have some water lines that we can just drop into a lake or creek and pull water right through here. And this runs through a heat exchanger, and has one comes in, one comes out, and has like a shower head on the end, and you can just pump unlimited hot water, and you just from the heat from the engine. So it makes it a little nicer when you're out for a week.
I thought you had a cool vehicle, man. Now, man, you got a super awesome, man. This is awesome. This is cool.
So it's set up. It's set up for off-road too. I mean, big time, because it's all Fox suspension underneath. So it's all Fox remote reservoir shocks and such. So we can go pretty far, pretty fast off-road. And I grew up out in the desert, off-roading down in Death Valley and Dumont and some of those places down there. And so I kind of build my vehicles to be able to go out remote and not get stuck, and be able to self-recover and get yourself out if you get in trouble.
Man, I'm jealous and envious, and I want you to take me on a trip.
Well, let's do it, man.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's plan an adventure. Man, I thought this was cool just from the outside. I seen it setting up, and now I see, man, this is more than just cool, man. This is something.
It's all built for utility. The whole bottom has 3/16 inch steel skid plates, so the fuel tank's protected. All of the suspension components are protected. The engine, transmission, everything's protected, and we use it. So we go over some pretty rocky terrain, and we can just slide over the top of all of it.
So you do all this. Do you have a YouTube channel or a blog or anything?
I do have a YouTube channel. It's Trail Power on YouTube. And right now there's not a lot up there. Mostly it's for helping people get these solar panels installed, but people can get up there and see that on Trail Power on YouTube and Trail Power on Instagram.
I'm gonna check you out, but man, also, man, I'm gonna have you take me for a backcountry trail ride, man. This looks awesome.
It is. It's a ton of fun. So we'd love to get out.
Okay, let's do it, Scott, man, and that's a wrap.